Oké. Oh, oké. Jongens, we zijn live. We doen even een kleine livestream. De kans is heel groot, eigenlijk 99% zeker. Ik wacht nog even op hem. Maar dat deze livestream Engels gaat worden. Ik begin gewoon nog even in het Nederlands. Maar als het goed is komt Keith er nog aan. Ik heb nog even wat links uitgestuurd naar andere mensen, mochten ze zin hebben. Dus we gaan het merken. Ik wil nu nog gewoon helemaal niks. En het is ook compleet 100% onaangekondigd, zoals jullie zien. Maar we gaan het merken. En kijken of er nog iemand mee gaat kijken. Of niet. Maar mee gaat doen en mee gaat kijken natuurlijk. Ik weet niet eens. Misschien is het wel zonder sportwedstrijd op. Of andere bullshit. Het is ook een zondagavond. Dus we gaan het gewoon merken. Ik dacht gewoon, het kan wel eens even leuk zijn om weer eens even een kleine live stream te doen. Gewoon voor de lol. Mijn laatste Stiegel. Ik maak Stiegel. Goldbräu. Helles uit Oostenrijk. Zeg ik dat goed? Oostenrijk? Austria? Oostenrijk? Wie zeg je dat eigenlijk op zijn Duits? That's fucked up. Why do I not know this? Anyway, een collega van mij die neemt dit. How you doing, Thomas? Jan Willem, goedendag. Leuk dat je ook meekijkt. How both of you doing? How you doing? Jan Willem, ik waarschuw vast. Ik zeg het over het algemeen. Er is een grote kans dat deze livestream straks overgaat naar het Engels. Want ik zou met een van mijn Amerikaanse vrienden al even live gaan. Ik heb het ook naar de andere van de Britten en Amerikanen gestuurd. Dus we gaan zien wat er gebeurt. Maar ja, ik dacht ik doe gewoon even lekker een live. Ik hoef morgen niet te werken, dus we doen gewoon even een kleine hangout. Het wordt niet zo'n 5 uur durende mega livestream of iets dergelijks. Gewoon even lekker een beetje dom ouwe hoeren. Dus we gaan zien wat er gebeurt. Zijn jullie toevallig ook nog iets aan het drinken op dit moment? Of dat niet? Gewoon even nieuwsgierig. En dan gaan we merken wanneer er wat meer mensen bijkomen. Altijd even nieuwsgierig hoe dat gaat. Oh, well, there we go. It only took like a couple of minutes because I just told everybody it's not going to take that long for the stream to become English, and here we fucking go.
Yeah.
That was not a fart at all, of course.
No. Not at all.
Not at all. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Yeah, I suppose same. Sort of like all right. Things have been a bit of a thing, but you know, I've got good company, I've got a good beer. What else do you want? Are you drinking Carlsberg?
No.
Oh, what is it?
Zero gravity.
Oh, okay. The logo looked a little bit like Carlsberg. Jan Willem is doing Artevelde. I have no idea what that is, but that's what he's doing. I'm assuming a beer.
Maybe. I don't know.
So what you been up to lately?
Working. Pretty much.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
And yeah. Tired. Just tired all the time.
Yeah, I know that feeling too. Isn't it funny? A Grand Cru. Oh, that looks nice. I like the sound of that, actually. Good proper Belgian beer.
Mm.
So how's work been?
Busy and stupid. I don't want to do it Don't want to do it anymore.
You know what I always find very funny? People go ahead and ask you, like, what's your dream job? And I feel like I don't dream of labor.
Yes.
I mean, it's good to have a good job, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about other things then, man. Let's talk about other things. Would you happen to have Schlenkela on standby?
I have one in the fridge. Well, I have two, but I'm saving one for. I think I'm doing it with Kyle. So.
Are you doing it with Kyle, huh? Nice.
So I have one.
And which one is it?
Doppelbock.
Do I have the double bock or do I have the normal bock? And otherwise, I'll just grab a different one. I mean, you know.
Oh, I also have like a really old Hellas. It's probably like two or 3 years old at this point. Honestly, we've been talking about doing the Schwankalo thing for a while.
I might have the same, and I'm not even sure if it's in the fridge. It might be in the non-fridge keeping area for the beer. That could be fun. Oh. Well, that means we could definitely crack open a Schwankalo in a little bit. Should we so choose? So, yeah. What have you been doing today?
What
have you been doing today?
Playing video games.
I was about to say, are still doing it. It's like what, 3 p.m. from where you are?
Yeah, it's just about 3.
Cool.
Yeah, I did have plans for today, but I'm really tired, so
don't want to do anything, right?
Yeah,
just
exactly.
Enjoy life, for fuck's sake. I mean, you can't always be. At least that's what I'm being told. You know, you can't always be active. Apparently, it's what people are saying. Jan Willem is also having a Westvleteren, by the way. Which one? The 12 or one of the other ones? I haven't had Westie in ages.
I don't think I've ever had it.
What?
Yeah.
You're kidding.
Yeah, I've never had.
But I thought it was pretty easily available in the States.
Are you thinking of what's the other one?
St. Bernardus?
No, the other one that starts with a W. Westmalle.
Westmalle, yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I thought there was a period when Westie was quite easily to get in the States because they shipped a lot of it there to rebuild the church after the roof of the church after the fire.
I don't know. I've never really been on the lookout for it, so I could have been able to buy it and had no idea.
Okay. Cool.
I only drink good beer, Thomas. I don't need to waste my time with that.
Yikes. That's a hot take. I mean, it's not like I mean the entire it's the best beer in the world is bullshit, but I mean it's not bad, dude.
No, I was only kidding.
Okay, good. Yeah, but I've also had the 6 today. We have Adam chiming in. Cheers to the lovely Thomas and the man who gives me timber. Godwood. Adam, I know you're busy, but if you feel like joining, man, I sent the link in the group. So if you feel like hanging out, even if it's just like with audio in the background because you're doing shit, just let me know. You know, just hop on in. I have no idea what's going to happen, Keith. I have no idea because I'm not planning on doing like one of those 4, 5, 6 hour live streams. There's this dude I follow in Australia who did a 15-hour live stream like a few weeks ago.
Was that Sam?
Yeah, Sammy.
Yeah.
Fucking brutal, man. He just kept going.
I mean, I think it would be fun to do something like that, but
I mean, I've thought about it, but holy fuck. I mean, I'm impressed. But yeah, you know. No, I spent some time with family today, and I just figured I don't have work in the morning. I'm saying I might be able to join in a bit, but up early tomorrow, even though it's a bank holiday. Is it a bank holiday? Why is it a bank holiday for you guys? Bart needs to be dropped off at the airport at 8 a.m., so that means up for 6. Dude, I have an appointment at 9 in the morning, so I'm not going to do one of those 5-6 hour live streams. I'm just hanging out a bit, and if it's an hour, it's an hour. If it's 2 hours, but we're not going to go like ridiculously long. I mean, at least that's what I think, right, Keith?
Yes, I am in agreement with that.
We are in an agreement. This is a good thing. This is a good thing. So I just got an appointment. I actually have the day off tomorrow. Were you working or?
No, it's a bank holiday here too.
Why the fuck is it a bank holiday for you too?
It's a Memorial Day.
Is that tomorrow?
Yeah.
I did not know that. Okay, cool. And for Adam, it's the spring bank holiday in UK, last one before August. Okay, we have a bank holiday thingy next Thursday. For those who are religious, it's Ascension Day.
Oh.
It's where Jesus went up to heaven, and while he was going up, he went like, close the fucking shops, you know? So we're all not working for some reason. And then we have, I think it's called Pentecost, right?
Maybe. I don't know.
I'll Google it if that's what it is. But anyway, that's in a few weeks, and then I have a Monday off as well. But Monday is my regular day off, even though I often work a few extra hours. So at least we don't have to worry about work tomorrow, dude.
Yeah. Just have to do all the other things that I'm supposed to be doing.
But you're not, because you're drinking beer and you're having fun, dude.
Yeah. Having a blast, Thomas.
Jesus fucking Christ, I love you. Jan Willem also he's doing all of the Westies. He had the 6th is the blonde, 8 is the brune. And he's going to do the 12 later on, which is, that's a nice mix up anyway. The lineup, I mean, that's cool. We don't have holidays midweek, only Mondays, unless Good Friday for Easter or Christmas Boxing Day. Yeah, we usually don't have them midweek as well, but this is the only one. Or like you said, things like Boxing Day, second Christmas Day, shit like that. But we don't. The Ascension Day thing is the only one.
Yeah, I don't even know what day is Memorial Day.
A Monday.
Yeah, it says it's tomorrow, but I don't know if it's just like designated like it's the last Friday in May or something, or last Monday in May.
I got no clue, dude. I have no idea. What even is Memorial Day?
It's I think it's for veterans.
Oh. Wait. I thought there was a literal Veteran Day in America. Like literally named Veteran Day.
Well, Veterans Day is for the veterans that are still alive. Memorial Day is...
Oh, like so.
I think. I could be wrong. I have no idea.
So that means you got like big events lined up, or people will just have the day off and that's it?
Yeah, there was a parade. They have parades. Yeah. So it looks like it's the last Monday in May.
Yeah, that's tomorrow.
Yeah, so I was just looking at another year, and it's the last Monday in May, so I guess that's what it is.
It is what it is. Adam's like on a red ale from Chill Chili, which is slightly out of date. That's fine, I guess, for a red ale, but that's not a style we don't get that much. I don't know about you guys in America, but here in the Netherlands, we really don't get a lot of red ales, which is kind of a shame.
Yeah, we could get some more red ales around here.
I think you guys have. I mean, if you think about it, America, of course, is built on immigrants, and they all brought so many different beer styles from across the country. And oddly enough, you see a lot more tradition in local communities brewing like those classic styles. I mean, I suppose if you go to areas in America where there's more Irish descendants, you'll see more things like red ales or maybe dry styles. And if you see, you go like where there's more German descendants, you'll see a lot more of the classic lagers and shit like that, and things like Dortmunders and Alts.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure that is true to some extent, but to what extent, I have no idea.
Well, if I look at channels like yours and Matt and Kyle Kyle only does the hype beers, of course. I mean, all no hype beer review bullshit. I mean, he only does the hype stuff. But if he's watching, I love you, brother. But a nerd sense as well. I see a lot of like those classic styles in your channels. A lot more than I see them here in the Netherlands, and not just beer reviewers like on YouTube, but also just people like in social media.
Yeah. I think it's, at least for me, I can only speak for myself.
No, I'll speak for everybody. It'll be fun. Just lots of people all at the same time. It'll be.
I've actually started drinking more hazy beers, like not like a ton or anything, because I don't typically drink that much these days. But I have been drinking more of them than I was, and I don't know, but like classic styles, I want low ABV, I want lagers, I want malty, I want classic stuff. I don't want hazy garbage water or some weird fucking sour ale that's going to give me indigestion.
Well, except for the sour, I'm with you on that. I've really rediscovered alts lately. I love them. They're not lagers, I know, but still, I love them.
Alt beers? Alt beers?
Yeah. Fucking love them. Fucking love them. They're amazing. Like, if you really want your multi-bleak boys. I've been noticing that on the channel, like I'm trying to switch away from the obvious hazies and shit like that and pastry stouts. I'll still drink them, but I did a channel update a couple of weeks ago where I talked about that and that I really want to get back. Like, I don't want to drink all the known beers. Like, if I want to do a triple, I don't want to go for like the macro shit like Leffe or Grimbergen, which, it's fine, then I suppose. But today I uploaded a review of a triple, a triple from a Spanish craft beer brewery. I think that's much more interesting to drink and review than another hazy.
Yeah.
It's much more fun to be found in that.
You only, like, even like hops give off obviously different flavors and stuff, but there's still like a foundation with hazy beers that it's like whether it's like 10% or 5% or 50%, there's like you're gonna find that little piece in kind of all of them. I mean, I guess that goes for like traditional styles as well, but
of course you want the cornerstones of it. But for me, everybody keeps raving on, oh yeah, no, this new hazy is the best hazy ever, and now we have this new hazy, and it's even better than the last new hazy that I said was the best hazy ever. But basically, at the end of the day, it's all huge tropical sweet fruits with a slightly, citrusy back note, and there you go.
Yeah, give me a West Coast style IPA.
Yeah,
I've been running into this thing where all the beers that I find that are called West Coast styles, they're more of a hybrid between West Coast and East Coast.
The hazy West Coast. Yeah.
Some of them are like hazier or maybe unfiltered is a better word. But yeah, they don't have like the thing I run into is they don't have the malt backbone.
Exactly.
Like lighter.
It's all like that.
And
what's it called? Maltodextrin. What is that? The bullshit? I don't know. Whatever.
No, I think it's like caramel malts and I think there's certain types of malts that they use. Maltodextrin might be one of them, but I don't know. I have no idea.
They're boring. They're boring as fuck. Just quickly wanted to comment, by the way, this is close to a German Rotbier for me rather than an Irish. I can't remember if I ever had like a real German Rotbier. I mean, the last one I think I had was the Schenkelau one. Remember that we did?
Yeah.
I think I still might have one, by the way. That's the last time I think I ever had a German Rotbier. Yeah. Which is, by the way, not a bad thing to drink. And Jan Willem was drinking. I love that glass. It's the new Delirium glass, where the stem of the glass is askew, and it's the trunk of an elephant. Do you know Delirium, the beer?
Yeah.
Yeah. The purple elephant. So the stem is the trunk of the elephant, which I think is a fun glass. I just realized I'm only streaming this to my channel, not both of ours.
That's fine. That's okay.
Okay, cool. Keizerstad saying fijne hallo. Good hello to you too. I'm just pointing this out, and it's going to affect the amount of people who are going to watch this this live stream. I know, but it's not about them; it's about us. Happy hello here. There we go. Happy hello, because we're doing this live stream in English. Dude, so because Keith there, 93 Lumber, go follow him, is Americano.
Yeah.
He's a very enthusiastic person, as you can tell. Yep. We're both shiny, happy people. Nope.
Yeah, something like that. Something like that.
Definitely not. Definitely not. I'm not gonna lie. I got the appointment I have tomorrow morning at 9 is therapy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's good.
Anyway, what were we talking about?
Do you talk about me in therapy?
I'm willing to talk about it, man. I'm willing to talk about it. Let's go for it.
I'm only kidding.
I know. No. We can talk about everything, man.
I don't know.
You want to bash more craft beer? That's always fun.
Sure.
Oh, no, here's a legit question, by the way. Here's a legit question. Every now and then, Fidens pops up here, right? Have you ever had them?
Yeah.
They come in at like an average of like $20 a can.
Really?
Yeah, because, it's all import and everything, and it's, the distribution to. So I understand the price point, but what I do to a degree, I mean, Hot Butcher for the World sort of ranks up at around like 10, 11 euros a can.
And Fidens is 20?
The last time I saw Fidens pop up was 2 or 3 days ago, and I think they were like 20, 21 euros a can. I'm like, I know there's a hype surrounding them, and I've seen the group chat. I don't know if are you still on Facebook and Messenger? No. Okay. So you don't follow that anymore. I know there's been some stuff surrounding Fidens, but I'm curious, but from your personal experience, I mean, is it worth it?
I think if you can get Hot Butcher for half the price, I would go Hot Butcher.
Right. I've had Hot Butcher, and that was great. And I still don't think like 10 or 11 euros for an IPA is I understand why it's that price. Don't get me wrong, but to me, it's not worth it. But
I mean, I like Fidens, whatever. And I haven't had Hot Butcher in a little bit, but from what I've had from the two of them, and this isn't just solely based on price, but I would say, because even if they were the same price, I would say I would go Hot Butcher rather than Fidens, in my opinion.
We'll see. I'm slightly intrigued because I hear everybody talking about it, but for me, it's the same. Like when I see Treehouse pop up and Trillium. Trillium's got decent price point these days here. Things like Equilibrium as well. Other half sometimes gets decent prices, but when I see things like Treehouse pop up for 20, 25 bucks a can, I'm sorry, but
well, just the fact that you get any Treehouse is kind of amazing because Treehouse doesn't even distro.
No. It's all secondary market. No, it's not official distro. At least as far as I know. I mean,
okay.
Up until recently, in 2024, yeah.
Oh,
well, I wanted to say as a comparison, somewhere in 2024, the monks from Westvleteren decided to actually distro their beers in the Netherlands and Belgium, so you can just buy it everywhere for a lot better prices. But the entire, like I said, when they never did official distro, they did ship off a lot of gift packs to the States because they had to get funds for fixing that burned roof. So for all I know, there's something going on where they're doing official distro to Europe, but I kind of doubt that, knowing how Treehouse does their setup. So I'm assuming all of it is secondary market.
I know Kyle has some, and I think he bought a case like years ago. He actually just reviewed one recently, and he
saw
did
that video pop up.
That Thirsty Thursday video where he was talking about it. But I don't know if that was secondary or just someone over there who was, because he said he went on a website and bought a case of it.
Yeah, if it was a case,
however much he bought.
If it was a case, I mean, imagine the costs of shipping 24 beers to the States.
I think it might have been 12, not 24.
Could be. 12 is also, I mean, I've shipped beer to you guys. Sorry, a little bit of a yawn. I've shipped beer to you guys, and you know it's fucking expensive. It is insanely expensive. Just quick commenting, by the way, Jan Willem is plotting out his a trip to Bali, where they're drinking Bintang, which is, as we call it, Sterrenbier or Heineken, which is all like, macro. Still don't understand why people drink fucking Heineken, but there you go. Each their own. I mean, it's no Miller's High Life, I suppose. But...
Damn.
Hi, Katie.
Thomas says hi.
She didn't hear. I know. She does know you're live, right?
No, because I didn't know. I didn't know this was going to be a live stream.
Oh, I'm sorry. I am so sorry.
Or at least I don't think you did.
Yeah, I thought I said live stream. Did I say hangout or?
You said do a little hang. That's how you said it.
Ah, shit, dude.
I don't care. It doesn't bother me.
Okay.
I'm just telling you that you did not tell me that it was going to be a live stream.
Well, see,
I'm perfectly okay with it. Just
I have this thing where I'm very good at fucking shit up.
Yeah.
It's a gift. It's a gift, It's what I do.
Speaking of I was gonna say thing. Since it's secondary, I would definitely go Hot Butcher because I don't think Fidens is worth that at all. But speaking of traditional styles, I picked this up.
Let me put you on solo for a little bit because I'm gonna hate you right now, I think. Fuck, I saw somebody review that. That's a collab, right?
Yeah, Von Trapp and Burlington.
Fuck you.
Dortmunder style lager. It's sweet.
You had it before?
Not this one. I've had Dortmunder before. Isn't that Dab export a Dortmunder?
Yeah, but I think it's one of those where it's sort of like vaguely Dortmunder.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know I had one at a beer festival once. I enjoyed that. I forget what who the brewery was or anything. And for some reason, I also, in my mind, I'm thinking that was a lower ABV one too. I feel like it was like more around 4% or something. I could be wrong. I don't know. This was years ago.
I kind of hate the fact because this is what I'm keep trying to tell people in reviews as well. Is like the Dutch craft beer scene. Well, we're always a little bit behind, like America, and there's a bit of a switch up. And I'm seeing some more traditional styles being brewed by the other breweries. Like I haven't tried it yet. I've only tried their blonde, but for example, I know that Moersleutel, which is known for like the huge pastry stouts and shit, are just now brewing a blonde, which I had, which was and a wit beer. But there's this sort of switch around where some of those breweries are attempting to do other stuff, but maybe in the next year or two, we'll see a little bit more of that. What I just said in America, I see so many of these breweries doing like proper box, like lager box, not like the high fermented shit. Doing things like Alts, Dortmunders, more Helles, things like that. It's just something we really don't see that much here in the Netherlands. I always am pissed off, and especially after you guys raving over breweries like Von Trapp. I think the Nerd Sense guys did a Von Trapp mystery beer for me back then when they sent the box over. But I'm kind of jealous. I'm kind of jealous about that one.
Yeah. I think they're only a lager brewery. I think. Hello?
Could be. Well,
hold on. I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm just gonna turn my camera off for a second.
Yeah, sure, man. I'm just gonna go grab another beer in a moment. So.
All right. I'm back.
Oh, that was very quick. I didn't even get a chance to grab a beer.
Guess you're gonna have to wait then.
No, I'm gonna go grab another beer. I'm gonna go. What? I feel like I think the only Schlenkerla that I have in the fridge is a Bock. But I also feel like something a little lighter, not because it's high in ABV, but fuck it, I'll just do the Schlenkerla. I want the Schlenkerla.
Clara's here, everybody. I don't know if she's gonna jump up here and say hello.
Hello.
She's she always has to investigate when she comes in here because she's never been in here before. That's a joke.
Wait, where?
Come on.
Can't see. Oh,
come on. She always does that to me. She looks like she's gonna jump up, and then she just walks away.
and I'm 99% sure that with Katie, she always jumps on the lap, right?
No.
Oh, okay. Young Willem saying we're gonna do more Ray beers. I don't know what he means with Ray beers.
Is that the that's Schlenkerla? That's
So yeah, it turns out it's the Weizen. But here's where things get funny. Because the best buy date is May 2024.
Oh, it's fine.
I've had this in the fridge for the live stream.
Yeah.
We kept talking about. So I'm just going to crack this because this is nice low in ABV. I think it's like 5 point something. What is it? What's the fucking ABV? 5.2. Shall I attempt to speak German?
Sure.
Schlenkerla Rauchweizen ist ein Weizenbier mit zartem Rauchgeschmack. Wie herkömmliches Weißbier wird es aus einer Mischung von Gersten- und Weizenmalz gebraut. Der Gerstenmalzanteil, you know what? No, thank you. I've been talking a lot of German today. I suck at German. Oh, that's so dark. That's way too dark for a Weizen. But it's been in the fridge all the fucking time.
It's a smoke Weizen. So.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be this dark. Right?
I don't know. When's the last time you had that? I don't think... I'm not sure if I've had that one. Actually, when I'm done with this one, I think I might have one of those in the fridge. Because I've never reviewed that one, and I think it's still in the fridge, and I'll open it. Because it's old, so whatever.
Let me just, first of all, take a nice picture for the gram. Because somehow you need pictures for the gram, right?
That is kind of dark, though.
I know. Well, it's not that dark.
It looks dark.
Let me send you the picture I just took, and you'll see it slightly better. But that's... Did I ever... Oh, wait, nope.
Like, looking at it right now, it looks darker than the Märzen. The Märzen.
Märzen. Yeah, it does. It fucking looks darker than the... Right, look at the picture. I just sent you a picture.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely lighter than what it looks like on there.
Yeah.
Still a little dark, though.
I'm just going to look for the Schlenkerla Weizen because I'm going to look at some pictures on Tapped because this does not make sense, dude. Why do people no longer post fucking... Oh, you know what? No. Here. Let me... Oh.
Whoa. That looks...
It is dark.
Looks super dark.
It looks super dark. How you doing, Mike? What's up?
All right. How you doing?
We're doing okay. I think.
On the
Keith,
Thomas?
Yeah.
Goose just came in.
Thomas didn't tell me it was a live stream.
I'm sorry.
So we're live on YouTube right now.
Hi, YouTube.
Hello, Keith.
Goose, stay in.
Keith and I were talking about how we're all doing so great and happy, and we're super and we're cheerful and
Goose.
we're shiny, happy people.
Goose.
Yeah, that's what we were wondering as well. We weren't
Goose,
sure.
Molly, no. Sorry, YouTube.
Katie
It's
let all
cool.
the cats in here. I'm just trying to hang out.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you're just trying to hang out. I'm just trying to clean.
Mike, what do you think? Should they get a cat and call it Maverick?
I'm sorry.
Call it what?
You need a cat. You need another cat and call it Maverick. Maverick and Goose.
Why? Oh.
Okay.
Let's see. See what you did
Oh.
there.
But Mike, apparently the color is correct, but I just poured this year past its best by date, by the way. Schlenkerla Weizen.
I think mine might actually be older than that too. I'm gonna go get it in a second.
It's a Weizen.
I think I've had that before.
What do you remember if it was this dark? I just looked at some pictures and they were dark, but it just doesn't compute.
Yeah, I think it was darker. I don't know if, I mean, it's hard to tell with lighting nowadays.
Oh.
But I remember it being like at least a darker beer.
Oh yeah, apparently. I mean, I like it.
Hmm.
It's smoky. I like smoky. So while Keith walks off to get his Schlenkerla, we were basically just talking shit about modern craft beer, not liking the fact that work is a thing. Both being happy that we don't have to work tomorrow. I'm guessing you don't have to work tomorrow because it's Memorial Day.
Yeah, I do not have to work tomorrow.
Can you find
don't
your-
have,
Hmm?
you don't have to work tomorrow?
Monday is my usual day off,
Oh, it's
but I often work on Mondays. So yeah, which is fine. You know, I don't mind. Work is good. I like work.
work is. I don't.
I mean, neither.
Yeah.
But it's a great distraction.
Yeah, if I don't have a job, I'll get bored pretty fast. I don't know what to do with my time otherwise. But
Exactly.
but I do think I could stand to work less.
Agreed.
You know,
Agreed.
but financially, I have to.
It's a common joke, and I told it to Keith earlier. It's like, what's your dream job? And I was like, I don't dream of labor.
Yeah,
I don't get
yeah.
that.
One of the things I try my best not to do is talk about work if I'm not at work.
I should do that more as well.
Yeah, I remember me and Sky I work with we're taking breaks at the end of the day together, and my wife works in the same building. She doesn't work for the same company, but she works in the same building.
Mm-hmm.
And she came down. She was sitting down with us, and she says, "Jeremy, what does Mike do?" Because he doesn't talk about it. Because I don't talk about it.
You're not even joking. Your wife does not know what your job entails.
She knows now because she asked Jeremy, but she
Fool
didn't know
them.
before.
Wow.
No.
Okay, that's impressive. That is impressive, and I salute that.
I don't talk about it. If I'm not at work, or even on break, on lunch break, if I'm sitting at a table with people and they start talking about work, I immediately
You guys have lunch breaks?
yes, it is and until at least for a little while longer, still part of the law.
I'm supposed to have a lunch break. I actually have a lunch break. I just never take a lunch break. That's on me, not my work. Just before people say something, that is a joke. My boss keeps telling me, no, actually, he doesn't do it anymore. He just gave up. But my boss kept telling me, why? Just take a break. Just sit down for 10 minutes, for God's sakes. You're owed a lot more than even 10 minutes. So just, no, I'll just work. I'll just have a quick bite to eat and I'll work.
I used to, when I was doing dealing with the time cards at my previous job, I had to make sure people were taking their breaks, because if you don't take like 30 minutes or 30-ish minutes for your lunches, you can actually get into some trouble in Massachusetts.
Really?
Yeah,
Like, no, what? The employee or the employer?
the employer.
Okay, so no, I get that. For a second, I thought you meant the employee, that they could get in
No,
trouble. No.
Yeah, well, I will go make sure they're on break. Well, I guess I don't care that my new job. I don't care. I don't care.
You drinking anything, by the way?
I think I've had enough to drink this weekend. I haven't been drinking that much lately, and I drank a lot Friday and yesterday. And when I got up this morning, my watch said, "Your sleep was really messed up, and your breathing was weird." And I was like, "Oh, maybe if drinking too much." So
It's one of the benefits of being single. I'll tell you that. Definitely.
I don't know if that's a benefit, Thomas.
I have nobody haggling me about shit like that.
No. My wife didn't. My watch told me. It
A
monitors
watch?
my watch monitors my sleep, and it said like there's all sorts of irregular issues with my
Oh,
sleep
I
last
thought you
night.
said my wife.
No, my watch. Sorry.
Okay, sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
Well, I still would say that it is a benefit of I never annoy people with bad sleeping, so that's something. I'm kind of curious as to what, because I already saw what he poured, and it is definitely dark.
Yeah, but it doesn't look as dark in person.
No, I know.
Yours looks unfiltered.
No, I poured the sediment in.
Oh.
Like a Weizen, you stir the sediment loose and you pour that in. At least
What
that's
I do is I shake the bottle up, make sure it's all incorporated, and right after I'm finished shaking, I pop the lid off. That's what I do.
And then you just sit there with your bottle going.
Learn
Mine
from the
doesn't-
best.
Mine doesn't have a Best By date on there, so that's how old
Really?
it is.
Does it have a bottling date or anything? Nothing?
Nope.
That's weird.
It has an RY printed on it. I
RY?
wonder if
Mine's right here, but I'm guessing you have the bottled in America things, right?
no, these are German. These are German. They're bottled in Germany.
It should say here. That's where it should say the bottling date.
I think that's the new label. This is the old label.
Oh shit!
Because that's the label that's similar to the. I think
So- There's an interesting way to finding out how old yours is, Keith, because mine here on the top says European Beer Star 2022.
Yeah.
It does say that?
No.
Oh shit.
I think the labels for the states are a little different though.
Okay, could be because my story time is all in German.
Yeah, like it's in English.
Oh, okay, good. Then just print different bottling days.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Did you at least have some good shit to drink, Mike?
I was drinking a lot of Schilling. Schilling's probably my favorite brewery right now. So I was drinking a lot of their stuff, their Pilsner, their white ale. It's called Schlaumeyer. I had their Kolsch,
Oof.
and what was it? I was in Vermont, so I had Hetty Topper, I had Vogelbanger, those as well. I also had something by Foam. It was pretty good. They're at least pretty hyped for a while, and I never liked anything from them ever. It was that they suck. But this one was good. And then my wife also got something. I'm not sure where it was from, but it was a sort of an orange cranberry goza. So that was pretty good. I drank pretty good over the weekend.
See, I don't know how you guys feel about that. I'm really not a fan of all those fruited sours that we've been getting over the last few years.
Mhm.
But when I think about a proper fruited goza, like 4, 5, 6 years ago, they were all the hype. The fruited gozas, like 4.5% ABV.
Mhm.
Not that weird sweet pastry. I like those.
Yeah, this was tart and pretty mild. It didn't have like any real sweetness. It just had basically like a hint of the fruit. It was a proper goza. It was briny and tart. It was nice. It was I don't want like 4 cans of it though. One was good.
Who is that by?
I miss those beers.
I have a picture of it, I think. I didn't record it.
Well, while you look that up, I can ask Keith how he. Oh, there it
Bam.
is. Let me quickly put you in solo layout for that.
Something river.
Yeah, something. It's St. Albans, Vermont.
Look, I can dig that. That looks like what a proper goza should look like.
It was good. It was good. But it was funny earlier in the day. My wife was looking at something. She's like, I don't really want anything that's because she knows gozas have that have salt in them.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I don't want salty beer. All these dumb shit things. Not that they were dumb, but she was just complaining. And then she bought that. I was looking. You know that this has glucose, right? She's like, shit. That's pretty good. Okay. She's drinking it anyway. But it was hilarious because it was like 4 hours prior. She was like, no.
I don't know what it was like for the States, but really, like, I think 5 years ago or so, 5 summers ago, I think it was the summer of 19 or 2020. Maybe it was even before that. I don't even remember how long I've been doing the channel for. Anyway, long story short, everybody was like Goza and like the Berliner Weisse are like the fruited Goza, fruited Berliner Weisse are like the beers of the summer. And this was one of those few rare instances where it turned out to be true. Everybody was brewing them. Everybody was drinking them. Every feed on every beer-related social media thing was pumped with those beers. And it was one of the few times where I actually felt like, you know what, these beers deserve the hype. The properly made ones, not the slushy ones, real good ones. They're fucking delicious.
There were so many that were just sugary sweet. They were a mess. Especially the Berliner Weisses. Like some of those were fucking. The only thing that was Berliner Weiss about it was the text on the can.
Exactly. The rest of it was just fruit shit.
Yeah. But there were some places that were doing a good job with them. Night Shift in there in Everett, they fucked a lot of things up pretty bad. But they did a bunch of those Berliner Weisses that were really, really good. That were like that they were creative about. But they still tasted like a Berliner Weiss. They just had a slightly different edge to them. They did one around Thanksgiving, one that was sort of more apple. That was amazing. It was so good. Nice, dry, crisp. Nice tart. It was excellent. But like I would say most times I have sours. I don't love them anymore.
I mean,
like Hermit Thrush is closed, and they made great ones, but they're closed now.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever
Hermit Thrush was weird. I would have one of their beers sometime and like whatever it was, and like I would kind of be like expecting something based on what it said on the can, and then it would be like completely different. Just like, oh, this is like real deal stuff. not that it wasn't necessarily my thing, but it was made intentionally. It wasn't a fucking Pilsner that went sideways or whatever.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. I love how people try to push off shit like that. Like even St. Bernardus at one point, when people were like, St. Bernardus released a sour barrel-aged sour thing, whatever. And even they, you're like, St. Bernardus should be respected. Everybody was like, you guys fucked up and are just now trying to, get some money back from what you invested all your money in, like all the barrels and all the ingredients and all the brewing time and all that, and you're just trying to get some money back now by pushing this off as an intentionally soured, oak-aged Belgian whatever. I mean, fuck off! Don't do that bullshit. Don't do that.
The thing with Hermit Thrush though is all they do is sour beers.
Yeah, so
that's all they did. Sorry, because they're gone. But when you walked in the brewery, there's text on the wall that was like size 500 font saying, "Yes, all we have are sour beers." Like it was on every wall. It was on the door. It was everywhere because people were like, "Don't get an IPA." This motherfucker, you're gonna drink this. You're not gonna like it. And you better like it.
And then what ends up sitting at the bar are guys looking like me with like a black shirt, and they've got like beard, facial hair, and glasses, and a beanie, going all like about their sours and how great they are. And you got all the like the proper hipsters raving about Cantillon and Drie Fonteinen all the time.
The thing with them is they stuck to their guns. Like I appreciated I didn't love it all the time, but they did not fuck around. Like one brewery, I won't name it, but I loved. I thought they're really, really good, and we went to visit them one time, and they said we're not doing an IPA. No brown ale, and they had all sorts of traditional styles. In a couple of years, it's like fucking 3/4 IPA because that's what everyone went in asking for.
Yeah.
So
And I get it. I mean, you need to keep your head afloat, and you want to make sure you have an income. But at some point, like you said, stick to your guns. I have a quick question to Keith, and then there's something I wanted to ask both of you. Keith, how's your Schenkela?
It's good. It's definitely old. It definitely tastes old. It's not like super oxidized or anything, but there is like a staleness or something to it.
Yeah.
There's something going on.
So mine doesn't have that, but I also don't get the idea that I'm drinking a smoked Weizen. I just feel like I'm drinking a Rauchbier, not necessarily a smoked Weizen. You know what I mean?
I do get a little banana. I do like that. But
I don't know if I do. I suppose there's that sort of fruity sweetness thing. I mean, it's fun. Definitely not bad.
unless that banana thing I'm tasting is a bad thing. Also going back to Hermit Thrush, like I would have bought more of their beers if all of their beers weren't $12 16-ounce cans.
Oh, I bought them at Hermit Thrush.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that bad.
Yeah. Yeah. All the stuff. Yeah. I can there's one liquor store near us that still has the 2020 Grand Cuvée, I think it's called.
Yep. I think I have that. I think I still have it. I gotta check.
You go check that. By the way, Jan Willem comments, my last beer is a Graangeluk, which is a brewery. Rye Weizen.
Oh.
Can you still call it a Weizen if it has... I mean, technically, I suppose it could have a little bit rye in it, but if it's a lot of rye, can you still call it a Weizen?
I don't think there's anything legal that says you can or can't call anything what you want.
Yeah.
I suppose
I don't
that's
think
true.
like Weizen is a wheat beer, but I don't think it has to be 100%. I mean, I think it has to be majority, right?
It has to be exactly, but if you start, that's why I asked if the majority of the grain is rye. I don't know if that's the case. That's why I'm asking if. Oh, that looks nice.
What's it? Oh, hold on. What is it?
I'll put them in solo. I'll put them in solo.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can go buy that right now.
I bought this. I wouldn't buy it now.
No?
Oh. No. Well, actually, oh, fuck it. I'll have the beer.
Yes.
We'll see.
Ugh.
They had one that I bought last year that was like blackberry and cassis and stuff.
Yeah.
And that was like fucking ridiculous. That was the best one I bought when I was there. I was hoping I had more of it, and I don't. But I got this one. I got that. I also got. Can we go back to regular mode here?
I thought you wanted to show the beer off a little bit more.
Just give me sorry.
A second. Yeah.
Sort of looks like apple juice.
Yeah. There's a good head retention on that as well, by the way. I have to. There you go. Yeah.
ABV is 5.9. It is very, very tart. It's like stone fruit, like apricot kind of, maybe like pear skins and apple skins.
Nice. Sounds good.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, look at everything. Fuck it.
That's good.
That's awesome.
It's really, really tart, but refreshing. It's good.
So I'm
Yeah,
going to quickly
so-
comment on this because we were talking about the Weizen thing. Jan Willem is saying it's 80% rye, 20% barley malt.
What?
Oh, so that's not right.
If there's no wheat in there,
It's not a.
you can't call it a Weizen because Weizen means wheat.
Yeah, but right. But what is the legal need? Like most places I know, beer doesn't have a whole lot of regulation. It's not like whiskeys where like certain amounts
Yeah.
of corn are required
Yeah.
for certain types.
That's a
But
fair
I
point.
But I mean, even in the US, you don't have to have ABV on the can. You can write whatever the fuck you want, and people are just like, yeah, it's fine.
Some
you can-
some states you do.
Yeah,
I know.
So here's the thing, right? Especially for here in the Netherlands, I don't know about the states, but there's still plenty of breweries who will follow the Reinheitsgebot.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And there's a few differences between a witbier, and a Weizen. It's the amount of wheat you use, but mostly a Weizen, a real proper German Weizen, is 4 core. You can't add things like orange peel and coriander, for example. So the wheat needs to be predominantly in there. And then there's, of course, as Jan Willem just now points out, the yeast is for a Weizen beer. And I get that, but Weizen is the German word for wheat. Very quickly in Dutch, Jan Willem, Weizen is het Duitse woord voor tarwe. Dus als er geen tarwe in je tarwebier zit, kun je het dan nog wel echt een tarwebier noemen. Het is niet alleen de gist. It's not just the yeast. You need the wheat in there. So I feel if you don't have wheat in your Weizen, you can't call it a Weizen anymore, even though you're using the yeast. It's something that some people are doing with certain IPAs, where they call it a Weizen IPA because they're using traditional Weizen yeast strains for the IPA because they think it's fun.
I imagine what they did was they either came up with a Weizen recipe or they had one and they subbed out the wheat for rye.
It could be.
And they call it a Weizen because whatever. But if there's no wheat in it, like it'd be one thing if it was like, because I read on Wikipedia, it's like wheat beers they're called that because of the proportion of wheat to the barley, whatever. So like I could see like if instead of using malted barley, they used rye and it was 80% wheat. I could see that.
I get that. I get that in terms of marketing, in terms of you want to say it's this type of beer. So you call it a rye Weizen because you're using the Weizen yeast. But I still feel that if you call it a Weizen, it needs to have at least some amount of wheat in there.
Oh,
I think
I'm agreeing with you. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's disingenuous any other way, regardless of the legalities. I think it's regardless of anything as far as what is required, or it's certainly at least disingenuous.
Yeah. I mean, call it I mean, what was it? A while ago, I was drinking this beer, or I bought a beer because it was labeled as a rye wine. And I'm looking at the list of ingredients, and the third listed grain was rye. Now, maybe they just did that for some reason, but when I think of a rye wine, I would expect the first grain to be.
Oh no, that'd be horrible.
That's just me. Maybe I'm just.
Too much rye is horrible.
What?
Too much rye is horrible. You need to rye is a flavor component. It's like if you're making a stout and using all chocolate malt. No,
I know, I get that, but
there's that much.
There's one distillery that figured out how to do, in terms of a special a special filter, how to basically up the amount of rye that you can use to like 98%. They label it as 100% rye, but they might be able to do 100% rye because you can't filter it because of the amount of rye. I fucking love it. I had it. I fucking loved it. I'm a huge rye fan, and depending on Mura filter. That's it. The Mura filter. That's the thing. Oh, rye. That's what we used to. We're gonna do more rye beers. That's what he was talking about, Keith, earlier.
Oh,
Rye beers. Yeah. I think we did this. Lovely. So the Mura filter is something that does that. So you can use extreme high amounts of rye, and I know it's an acquired taste, but I fucking love it.
No, it's okay to be wrong.
I love you too. Hey, so here's a quick question, because you mentioned Keith and I were talking about some things before you jumped on. You mentioned Heady Topper, Focal Banger. We were talking about how a lot of these West Coast IPAs these days are becoming like the hazy beers. We're getting a lot of the hazy West Coast is sort of like, and it just, when you mentioned Heady and Vocal, it just sort of popped in my head. Could we say, looking at the flavor profile from Heady and Vocal, that maybe in a way they were like the OG hazy Westies?
I think they were the OG hazy anything.
Of course.
They weren't filtering shit, but I wouldn't know because I drink it straight from the can, like the can says. So I don't know what they're talking about.
I tried. I drank a little bit straight from the can, but I did for the reviews because you guys sent me those beers. I did it from the. I'm, by the way, still, Mike. I mentioned this not that long ago. You do not know how forever grateful I am for you to send me not just a can of Luscious, but a few cans of Luscious.
Oh, Luscious is the best.
And
It's fucking great beer.
Up to this day, like a American pint can of a sub 10% stout that just delivers that much flavor.
And the price. What's that?
Is Luscious up 10?
It's like 9. I think it's 9.5.
It's 9%.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's 9%. 9 or 9.5. I still have a empty can. I saved an empty can. I can check it right now.
Yeah, that one, when I bought it, was for a 4-pack, $12.50.
Fuck it.
Fucking ridiculous. Like, I think I got a case of it, and it's under $100, whatever, like $80 or whatever. And now it's 13, I think. I think it went up a little bit. But to get a beer that good, that ingredients that great, 9%, just absolutely phenomenal, delicious beer, and get it for any other brewery with that beer would be $18, $19 or more. And there is like $13 for a 4-pack.
Can I just say, I have had so many beers, so many stouts, where I felt like, God, I want this in a barrel, like a bourbon barrel or a rye barrel. Don't you ever do that to Luscious.
It doesn't need it. Like, I guess a good beer in a barrel shouldn't need the barrel to be good. The barrel should just be an additional component. It should be already good before it goes in. But, I mean, I don't know. I think Luscious has all the flavors that it really needs. Adding a barrel, I don't know if that would improve it. Maybe it would. I don't know. But
from my point of view, maybe if I tried one, maybe if they ever did it and I felt like, shit, this is amazing, and it would work. But drinking that beer, I haven't had it in God knows how long. I keep, if I look at the secondary market and I see things pop up, I'm always like, do they have Luscious? No. Every time, it's always from Alchemist. It's always all the hazies. So I want more Luscious in my life. Jan Willem is, by the way, saying yes, we can do the 100% rye for that filter. They can also do it with heritage grains and the Veluwe Kruiprogge rye. We bring it back for bakeries and breweries. Cool, that's awesome, dude.
Just want to let you know, Thomas, that they did barrel aged Luscious. I thought they did.
Fuck. But my question: what barrel was it? Was it bourbon barrel?
They only did it once in 2018 to celebrate our 15th anniversary. We took our British Imperial Stout brewed with dark specialty malts that present roasty aromas of chocolate and dried fruit, and aged it in bourbon barrels for 5 months. So it wasn't even like
That's
it's
hardly
not,
barrel aging.
yeah.
And why even go? No, okay, never mind.
Hey,
They're probably
Thomas,
just trying to get a little bit of the.
what is Thomas? The last comment. What is the last the second third word? What does that translate to?
Kruip?
The whole thing that's not in English.
Yeah.
What does that translate to?
So Veluwe is a region
Okay.
in the Netherlands, and Kruiprogge is a type of rye.
Oh, okay.
It's like you have several strains of malt and things. So it's a type of rye. Rogge is you gotta love Dutch, Rogge. It's our word for rye.
Okie dokie.
But getting back to the point that where I started this is talking about, because the compared to modern day hazies, heady, vocal, they're much more bitter. They're much more, danky, like that West Coast danky in it, much more pithy. So I'm just kind of wondering, with the thing going full circle now and people are brewing hazy West Coasts, could you say that hazy, vocal and heady were like the OG hazy West Coasts?
Well, I think on the whole, they're the OG hazies in general. I don't think you get New England IPAs without first Heady Topper existing.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously without the West Coast the Russian River stuff, I don't think you get Heady Topper either. But I think that Heady Topper itself is the grandfather to the New England hazy. I do think that it is West Coasty and it's pithy and it's piney and has all those things, but I do think it has a slightly more citrus than a lot of West Coast. I think it's almost like the bridge to where we ended up getting the Julius's of the world.
It had a more vibrant color, a bit more pillowy, as they all often say these days, more pillowy mouthfeel. But do you guys remember back then when that was released? Because for me, when that was released for the first time and it took over America, it took a while for us to get to know it. What was it labeled as? Was it called a hazy IPA from the get-go, or did they call it something? Was it just
double IPA?
Just double IPA.
Yeah, I think so.
No extra. See, that's what I was wondering. And the hazy was just added on later. Okay.
I don't think that even when Julius, I don't think that was called the hazy IPA. I think people called it that first.
Yeah.
I don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure that it used to just say IPA.
I'm guessing if you go into Untappd right now, it'll say like hazy or New England style.
Yeah, for sure. But like things exist before they're labeled properly,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know.
Keith, what you're saying?
Yeah, because I think Vocal Banger is just India Pale Ale.
Yep.
And then I think Heady is double India Pale Ale. Even though there's only 1%
Vocal is
difference.
sub 7%, right? Like 6.5, 6.8. What was it?
No. I think Heady is 9 and Vocal is 8. Or Heady is 8 and Vocal is 7. It's something.
It's something like that. I can go upstairs and check. I have cans left.
Heady Topper is 8%.
I think Vocal's like 7.5 or something. That's pretty close.
Yeah, Vocal is. It might have changed because I don't know. These cans were sent to me by you guys a while ago, but it seems that. Let me quickly check this. Yeah, so Heady Topper is 8%, and Vocal Banger is 7%.
So there we go. Yeah.
Yeah, I still have so many of these cans that you guys sent me, like the empty cans. It's fucking amazing. I'm still gobsmacked what you guys sent me back then. It was fucking amazing.
One of my favorite questions that you get about Alchemist, and if you ask it, you're a dildo, is and it's like, oh, what do you like better, Heady or Vocal? The different fucking beers. Go
Yeah.
fuck yourself. Stop it. And it's like, oh, I like Focal better. Do you know why you like Focal better? Because you couldn't fucking get it for years. That's why. That's the fucking reason. Because if you wanted Focal Banger, you had to go to a single fucking restaurant that had it. That's the only way you got it back then. I like that better because it's so much harder to get because I'm such a fucking hipster dipshit.
It's a discussion.
The beers are distinctly different things. What's that?
I actually do like Focal better.
No, it's not. It's not. I think there's an argument for it. I'm not. But when you're asking the question, you're just a dickhead because you don't know what you're talking about.
They ask the question as if you're choosing between the same type of beers, and they're not. They're both different. It would be like, let's blow it up a little bit, but also keep it same.
I think it is from the ground up a different beer. The whole thing tastes way different. They don't. I don't think they have a lot of similarities.
Like asking, do you prefer? Let's go for two very well-known beers. Do you prefer a Duvel or a Westmalle Triple? Because people are like, they're both similar in color, and one is 8.5%, and the other is 9%. But they're both different types of beer. The Duvel is what we would call a zwaar blond. It's a blonde ale, but higher ABV. So like a heavy blonde ale. While the Westmalle Triple is a triple. It's a different type of style. They're two different types of beer. You can't compare them. Sure, they're both similar in color. Sure, they're both very similar in ABV. But they're two different styles. So you can't simply say, which one do you... Well, you can ask somebody, which one do you prefer? Fine. But not as if they're the same type of beer.
Yeah, I think that's... I understand in the grand scheme about it, but I do think that the whole point of the question was to tell you that you're not as fucking hip because you like Teddy Topper more. That was the whole fucking point of the question. It was a stupid question by stupid people.
It doesn't really matter because they're both $12.50 a 4-pack. So
100%.
God, fucking you have no idea how many Americans, how many Dutch people, if you tell them. I've had a few, like, yeah, sure. I know some Americans that they'll just, drive for 2 hours and they can pick them up at $12.50 or $13, $14 a 4-pack. And they're just looking at me going like, but I paid 25 euros for a can. I'm like, yeah, I know you did. And if anybody can sell it to me for the price, or even like if it was 25 euros for a 4-pack, considering the fact that it has to come all over the way from the USA to here, I still call that a bargain from my point of view, because all the import tariffs and everything that you have to pay. If it was the other way around, if there was a Dutch beer that was like 13 euros for a 4-pack and you guys have to pay 25 because of import tariffs and shit, it makes sense. But to pay 25 fucking euros for a single can of fucking Heady Topper or Focal Banger, I don't give a shit. It's a fucking delicious beer. But I remember, and I think Mike was the one who said this when I sent you guys the local beers that I had. And I sent you guys this IPA from 25 kilometers down the road for me. And it was either you or Sean who in that review said, this reminds me of Trillium when Trillium was good.
That sounds like something I would say. For sure.
No, I don't know who said it, but all I know is that one of you guys said it, and it was... I showed it to that dude, the brewery. He was like, what the fuck? And I paid for $4.40. I paid like back then $5.50 for a can.
Okay. Well, go ahead. Sorry.
Because we do get very rarely distro for Heady Topper and Focal around here now. And most places don't sell them as 4-packs. They sell them for like $8 to $10 a can.
Oh, that's crazy.
So, which, I mean, if I want a Heady and I don't want to drive to Vermont, which is like a 6+ hour drive, I mean, I guess if I want it that bad, it's not that bad of a deal. But like, also, I can drive 6-ish hours and get a ton of it for like. Get a 4-pack of it for for like a few bucks more.
But this happens in the Netherlands as well. The Westvleteren, Westie 12. If you order and buy a case right straight at the monastery, I think in the end you paid like between 250 and €3 a bottle. But they did no distribution. So everything that ended up in shops was all, secondhand, blah, blah, blah. And then you ended up paying like 11 to 12 euros for a bottle of it. Now the monks are doing the distribution, and most shops will have it around €5 a bottle.
Good price.
Which is still, when you consider when you buy it straight of the monks. But if you live right next to the monastery, I get that. But for somebody for like me, I'd have to drive, I think, 5 hours or so to get there. All the gas money included, unless I buy like 6 cases at the same time. All the gas money included, driving back and forth. Maybe even saying, you know what, I'm just going to stay over there for a night in a hotel and have some nice beers in a local bar. It's much cheaper to just buy 2 bottles for €5 a bottle.
Yeah, the thing with Heady Topper though is, listen, Heady Topper is a fine beer. It's a fine beer. It is not. I don't give a shit for any fucking reason. It's not worth €25. It is just not. A 4-pack is not worth €25. It's like the value isn't there. Like if the experience of saying this thing that was fucking considered magical 12 years ago, like, and I want to have it, sure, then that's fine. But like, if there's any sort of market for it where like people are consistently paying $25, then you have really bad beer near you if that's what you want. Because $25 for a fucking can of Heady Topper is €25 is insane.
But the same thing goes for me, like with BCBS. Right, BCBS is like what on average 13. The standard BCBS is like what 12, 13 euros a bottle for you guys for a 500 milliliter.
It's probably close to 15 US now. It used to be 11. Used to be 11, but it's gone up.
I get that everything has gone up. I think the average for a normal BCBS right now in the Netherlands is like 35 euros.
No, not worth it.
Sorry,
not worth it. I wouldn't drink that.
It is by far top 10 barrel-aged stout for me. However, I can get, and those are 330 mLs, just saying, like 12-ounce bottle, 11.4 or 11.2, I think you guys
11.2.
Yeah. I can get 11.2 ounce barrel-aged stouts of the same quality for 8 to 10 euros. Fuck it. With that 35 euros, I'm buying like 3-4 of those bottles and having a lot more fun, getting a lot more bang for the buck.
Yeah, I think these beers are good. I don't think they're worth that. Like when I used to buy like a case of the BCBS every year, and then I don't know, it went up in price. I was like, it's not worth it. Paying like a few dollars more for 12 bottles of that changes the price by a lot.
Can I just show you something? Can I just show you something very quickly?
Oh, I thought you were going to show me your wiener, but okay.
I can do that too, but I'd rather do that in private. So this was a mystery beer that I got 2 months ago on my birthday, go figure. And I still have it here. But this was a mystery beer.
Oh, yeah. That's a great beer. That's a really good one.
It's the 2024.
Yeah.
Do you know that if you want to buy this secondary market here, I think you need to realize it's going to be somewhere around 50 euros.
No thanks.
Would you pay
that one? That one was like 27 American, I think, here.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
It was like 20, 25, 20. Depends on where you go, because sometimes I can find the base for 11, but other places it's like 15, 16.
Yeah.
Depends on where you go.
I am gobsmacked that this dude, by the way, has sent me more bourbon count. I think it was a 213, 214. You once sent me a 2. It was when it was still in the 12-ounce bottles.
Oh.
He sent me one of those.
They did 12-ounce bottles again last year or the year before.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
those were fun. They did. I think they were. I think the base or whatever. I think the regular version was done with like 4 barrels or something, and they did releases of the individual barrels as well, and
Yeah.
but also 12 ounces of the combination, basically of the standard regular release. Those are fun. I think we got most of them. They're really good. Just to have that difference and seeing the difference, because I think one of them was maybe I think one of them was in Wild Turkey 101 or whatever the fuck that
Yeah.
is. So that one was
Wild Turkey, Heaven Hill. I know was one.
yep.
I
Heaven
don't
Hill's
remember
another
the
one,
other ones.
but like for sure, like the weirdest one I thought was Wild Turkey because that's kind of a bigger. It's a 100 some odd proof. And the other ones were like much more desserty, I thought. But combined all together, they made a really awesome beer. It made sense to do it, but it was fun seeing it completely like almost like deconstructed in that way. A number of years ago,
Found it.
Stamp.
So this is the one that I'm still gobsmacked about. That this was sent to me a couple of years ago. This was a mystery beer, and it was bottled on September 15th, 2016. This was a mystery beer for me. It's a 2016 prop.
Oh no shit, Jesus.
When I got this, I think it was 2022 or 2023.
Oh, that's a little old. How was it? Did it work?
It was still good, but you could tell that the peppers were doing were fading, and you were getting that really green peppery thing. But having said that,
You mean coffee? Is there coffee in that?
don't think there was coffee. I think it was coffee.
The
I don't
green pepper
remember.
thing?
Having said that, but what I wanted to say is, for me to get a 2016 prop, like in 2022 or 2023, as a mystery, this on secondary market in the Netherlands is fucking insane. You will not believe what people are willing to pay for this here.
Prop in the United States secondary market is insane.
I'll believe that.
So, I would not pay those prices. I'm such a cheap prick.
I'm a lucky bastard. Renee, if you're watching this, you son of a bitch, you're amazing.
Yeah. But we have that conversation here because even with like the base is typically like half the price ish of the variants, and then you get like the reserve that are like $35 or $40, and it's like, yeah, those reserves are really good, but price wise, you can buy all you want at the base, and it's marginally not as good. It's like it doesn't make sense to buy it.
Nope.
Unless you want to try it or whatever.
I have never. I've had some of the variants that were high price and they're really fucking excellent, really really fucking good. But the price you pay versus the beer you get, the best value is the base by far.
Oh yeah, agreed. And I'm not slamming because I've had a few variants. I've tried a few. I still think when it was fresh enough, the orange one.
Oh, that was good.
That's a great
I like
beer.
that one a lot. Yeah.
But again, value for money. It's one of the reasons that I stopped drinking several brands, because I just feel that what you have to pay these days in terms of what you're getting back. And I don't want to sound like a cheapskate, because I feel that a quality product deserves a higher price. Absolutely. But
Good point, though.
If you can get equally quality products for a lesser price, well, I'm kind of being a thief of my own. We have this, I don't know if you have a similar saying, but a thief of my own wallet. If I pay that much money for something that, might not really be worth it anymore.
I just say I'm not dumb. I'm not paying that.
There you go. Well, you're smart. You're smart.
Nice and easy.
I don't know.
I don't-
There are plenty of breweries out there doing amazing. I mean, Schilling is one. Von Trapp
cheap
is
too.
another one.
Cheap.
They're putting out 6-packs, 4-packs of amazing lagers for like $10. it's like, and then Alchemist is another good example. They do higher ABV stuff, and their 4-packs are $13
And
or whatever.
They overhop most of their beers, and hops are expensive.
Craft beer has been going through the roof in terms of prices here in the Netherlands. One of my favorite local breweries, and I love this beer. They called it Only Fans, but fans with a V because the head brewer is called Van. And he loves his classic German lagers. They did an amazing Helles. I've had it twice now. It's fucking amazing. $4.50 for a 440 milliliter can. €4.50. Just under an American pint. And you guys are talking about 6-packs for $10.
Yeah. Well, Von Trapp. Do you know anything about Von Trapp at all?
Yeah, you guys sent me one of their beers once as a mystery beer.
Yeah. The Von Trapp was started by the youngest member of the Von Trapp family. They were the Sound of Music family.
The Von Trapps, yeah.
Yeah. And his thing, he's still alive, as last I checked anyway, is that he wanted like food from his home country and beer from his home, except that he was born in the United States. So I don't know what the hell that's about. But
we mentioned that earlier, but we'll get back to that when you're done.
Yeah, but the beers are very traditional. They're very, very good, and they're very, very cheap. And you can get them. You can get them everywhere, right? But like they are using very simple ingredients. They're just doing it the right way.
That's
They're
how
not-
it should be. Keep
Oh, I
talking.
agree.
I hear you.
You know, I just think that like they're not trying to reinvent the wheel.
Right.
Like you want a Pilsner, you drink their beer, it tastes like a fucking Pilsner. You want an Amber or Vienna, it tastes like a fucking Vienna. You're not going to sit there and like, oh, that's a nice twist. You're getting a very traditional, very simple, very delicious beer at a very, very, very reasonable price.
I think it was the Vienna that you guys sent me, if I remember correctly.
They
But
do a Bohemian Pilsner that just fucking rock your balls right off, I assure you. So good.
I hate the fact that I couldn't get that it was such a great. So I said something, and it might sound weird. I don't remember if I said that correctly, but Von Trapp reminds me of what I remember. I thought that what I was drinking. How do I say this without being an asshole right now? I thought that I was drinking something macro, but good macro. You know what I mean?
Oh, interesting. Okay.
But that's if you.
I don't
if you
see that with their stuff.
No, but what I meant, good macro, as in, if you really think about it, Weihenstephaner is macro, in a way.
Yeah, but like America macro is a very specific
No,
insult.
so I wasn't really sure what I was drinking, but I felt like I was drinking something high quality. But night, young sweet. Well, thanks for stopping by and chatting. I enjoyed that. Thank you very much. I'll try and do more live streams, dude. Yeah, have a good night. But I'd have to look at that. But the thing is, when you label them as mystery beers, you can't really find them back again if you want to look up the review. So that's always kind of shit. Oh, that's nice. But I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, beer. The entire macro, entire pricing of certain beers. Sometimes I wonder if certain beers are being overpriced by breweries because they feel if they underprice them, people aren't going to buy them. Because we think that great beer should be more expensive. A lot of people in the Dutch craft beer community would think that. I can think of some great macro IPAs, not macro IPAs, craft IPAs that are like, I don't know, under €4 a can, and people won't drink them because they think they're too cheap, and cheap beer can't be good beer.
I don't have that bone in my body. I just don't. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. And I know people that like. I know someone that will go to like say a bagel place for whatever reason, right? I don't know if bagels are a thing where you are, but they are where I am.
I know.
And they'll decide like, oh, I'm gonna get that one. I'm like, why? It's like, oh, you look at the price, it's like $17. Like, what the fuck? Like, mine's gonna be $4. It's gonna be great. Yeah, that's the one I want to try. I want to try that one. Why? Because it's fucking
Their
expensive.
thing is gonna be better.
Yeah, yeah, wrong.
So why do
fucking
I
bagel.
sometimes
Stop it.
pay a lot? I pay. Sometimes I think I pay too much for certain beers, but that's because I want to review them and I want to experience them, and they're going to be, €7 IPAs or stouts or whatever. And then I realized, and I saw this post, and neither of you are in the Facebook group anymore, right? Because the Messenger group, because you're not on Messenger anymore.
I'm not.
Is that right?
I got rid of Facebook a long time ago.
Yeah.
I did sign back into the Messenger thing like a day ago. I'll be out of it again soon. I was trying to find an old message.
So Matt posted something great in that Messenger group where he showed a few 4-packs that he bought for great prices. And he said, I wanted to have some drinking beers, non-review beers for the weekend. And I just sort of had to reread that 5 times because it was like, I have gotten to a point, this all had to do with the channel update I did not that long ago, where I realized a lot of the beers that I'm buying are because I think they might be great review beers, not because I think I'm going to get views. Now, it's not about views or anything, but those are interesting beers to review. When did I stop buying beers to just simply enjoy them?
Yeah, I've had those conversations with Sean. Like he'll say, like, "Oh, we can review this," and I say,
That's what this
Right.
is.
Yeah, exactly.
10.50 a 4-pack.
"Yeah," but I'll tell Sean. He'll verify this, but I'll say, "Sean, don't put beer on a pedestal. Just drink the fucking beer." You know, like there'll be times where I'm at his house, and he's way better about it now. But for a long time, he's just like, "Oh, I have this thing about we should probably review this, right?" I'm like, "Open it. Let's just fucking drink the beer. Why don't we enjoy a beer like we're still friends? Come on, man. It's ridiculous."
And exactly, but that's what I want to do more and more and more. And I still want to review, but I need to change the way I review because of my time schedule. I'll often do, it depends on the ABVs. And if there's a mystery beer involved, it always fucks up the schedule because suddenly you think like, oh, I can only do 2 beers because this might be like a 12% barrel-aged imperial stout. And it turns out it's not. And you're like, oh, okay, can I add one? But I try to do like 3 beers in a review session. And then during the week, those will be on like a Sunday or a Monday, depending on when I have time. And then during the week, I'll often find myself not drinking, and I just want to kind of get back to just enjoying beer again. Maybe review once or twice a week and fuck up that schedule, whatever. But realize that I just want to sit on the couch, have a nice snack, watch a movie if Disney Plus isn't fucking things over, and enjoy beer and not think about my beer. Just drink the beer.
Yeah, I say often that I want a beer I can ignore.
What, man? I got this from. You can probably buy this here, but it's probably more expensive. But my coworker brings a 6-pack for me back every year when he goes to Austria, and it's Stiegel's Goldbrau. It's a Helles. It's probably fucking dirt cheap over there. I want this. It's a great Helles, and as far as I know, it's a independently owned brewery. It's fucking amazing.
Oh yeah, I've had that before. I've had that.
Stiegel is fucking amazing, man. I love it. Give me more Stiegel.
Yeah, I like to drink that Orange Boom because they're Orange Boom. It's ORANJEBOOM. And a lot of the times I can find it in 6-packs of 16.9 ounce cans. And it's like $6.
Wait, 16.9. Those are like the torpedoes.
Not
Not torpedoes. Stovepipes.
Stovepipes are 19.2s, I think.
Are those
But yeah, but still, it's big. It's slightly bigger than a 16-ounce can. Is all. Like the regular this size
slightly
can.
bigger than this. Yeah.
But still, 4 16+ ounce cans for $6 is fucking ridiculous.
6 of them. 6.
Yeah.
6
I'm saying
cans.
6. Yeah. What did I say?
Brilliant.
Oh, I meant 6. Yeah.
That's brilliant. See,
Yeah.
that's the kind of shit that I want.
I mean, I haven't grabbed one in a while, so they might be more expensive now, but whatever.
The one I was buying for a long time, and I didn't until the first beer Tubapalooza, was Genesee, because I was getting like 30 can like fucking cases of them, like $15 or some crazy shit,
Yep.
you know, and I don't know, you can easily drink 10 or 15 really fucking quick, but just if I'm sitting down watching some boxing for like 6 hours, it's just, I don't know, you can drink about fucking 15 of them. It's easy. And
Didn't you once? Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. No, you go ahead.
No, it's good. I'm just saying it's like the best value for beer on planet Earth.
Yeah.
Which Sierra Nevada beer did you once did for like the heavy beers? Was it like Narwhal? Did you do
Narwhal? There's a Narwhal.
Didn't you do like 4 Narwhals in like a couple of hours? Posted a video on YouTube about it.
I did. I might have. I used to do 10 viddies like that. I would do I would house them as fast as I could. I would do 4 of them. While I remember one in particular. It was almost like I would pour the can, talk about what I tasted, then I would shut the camera off and I'd drink it till it was empty, and then I'd do it again with the next can, and it would be like an hour. Then I get to the 4th can.
Yeah, I think with Narwhal once or whatever. I was like fucking impressed, dude.
Yeah, it's entirely possible. I remember one of them. I was talking shit to my brother, like on the last can. I was like, "You fucking prick!" Like fucking shit to him. But like I go ahead.
Oh no, good. Finish.
No, I was just saying it would be pretty hard, like just doing like 10% plus beers, just look.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Narwhal thing was when Sean was bothering you about content.
Oh, that sounds like Sean.
I think that might have been it. Because it's the reason I still haven't opened something, because you inspired me because of the Sierra Nevada link to want to do something similar with the following. And I've been sitting on this for like 2 goddamn years at least. But I have the following. I've been sitting on it for longer.
On Bigfoot? Yeah.
2014, 2015, 2019, 2021.
Yeah, I would drink those. I would drink those yesterday.
They're probably not going to be great anymore.
No, I'm just going to tell you right now that I just did something very similar to that a couple weeks ago. I think we had everything from from 2016 to like 2022 or some shit. We didn't do it on camera. They were beer.
This comment can go so many ways, because I remember that you, Sean, and I did a Bigfoot barley wine style ale, and I think it was a fresh one. And this was the first time I drank it, and all I remember sitting there during the review, and I think at first you and Sean were like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And the more and more I kept describing it, you guys were like, "Holy shit." I kept saying, this isn't a barley wine. I know it's an American barley wine, but this is an American barley wine. This is a red IPA. It's a goddamn fucking Imperial red IPA. And the amount of bitterness on it, and it was one of you, look back on that review, one of you guys was like, at first looking at me like you're a fucking idiot, and then had another sip, and one of you went like, shit, he's right. I said, the amount of bitterness that this is giving me isn't just hop bitterness, it's bile. It's fucking bile.
Now go do those 4 beers. I'm going to watch it.
Shit. What do you think? Do I start with a 2021 and work my way backwards, or do I start with a 2014 and work my way?
No, start low. Start with the oldest and go forward. When we did, I think we had like 6 or 8, I forget, years in a row, and the older ones were something. They might have been.
Aren't those supposed to age well? Aren't those
Yeah,
supposed to,
I think to a certain point, but I don't know. Maybe we didn't store them right. I don't know. But honestly, I don't think I like the single one. So
I'm gonna get fucked up. That's for sure.
yeah, enjoy, have fun.
It's gonna be a video. It's gonna be a video. I'm gonna do. You know what? If I have been drinking and if I didn't have therapy first thing in the morning, this might be a fun thing to do right now. But I already told Keith earlier I don't want to do like a huge long live stream. We're almost at 2 hours, and for me that's kind of the max because after this I just want to relax for like an hour and try to get some sleep.
You know, you can do for an hour and drink 4 Bigfoots on camera.
No.
yeah, that's how you should have started this, really.
I might have. Like again, I have therapy first thing in the morning, and if I have to explain to him that I had 4 fucking barley wines before I went there, he's gonna tell me like, "Of course you have issues, dude. Of course you're not okay."
Well, maybe you get to the root of the problem faster. So showing up completely housed. Like, hi, Doc. I has 3 barley wines. Barley wines.
They keep saying alcohol doesn't fix anything, but if you really look at it from a chemistry point of view, alcohol is a solution.
Yeah, it is a solution. Yeah,
Don't want to encourage anybody to just suddenly start. No, all joking aside, though, no. But I'm not gonna. I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of done with those 6-7 hour live streams. I know we used to do that. It's not fun anymore to me.
Even at the last couple of beer trip palooza, I didn't even show up for almost any of the reviews. People want to be on camera for like hours. I just hang out downstairs and fucking drink beer and ignore people.
It's much more fun.
You've been hanging out with the Euro guys too much because the UK guys are the ones who like are like 9 hours or whatever.
I told I don't know if you know this, Mike, but Keith already knew. One of the Australian dudes went for a 15-hour live stream not that long ago, 15 hours. And this morning, I joined him for a little bit. I was sober, don't worry. I just drank coffee. But one of the British dudes started drinking yesterday, Saturday at like 3 in the afternoon. Didn't stop, went through an all-nighter and started streaming at 6 a.m. in the morning British time because it was like, whatever, I'm just going to go start a stream. And people from around the world started joining him. And he was just listening to music and reciting the lyrics and drinking beer and having a goddamn fucking great time. And it was fucking amazing to watch. But I'm like, God damn it, dude. It's 6 a.m. in the goddamn fucking morning. You didn't just start drinking. You're still drinking.
I wouldn't do that. That's crazy. No, thank you.
Would. It's the fucking life, isn't it? It's amazing.
Yeah, I know, but like, I'm not. There's no like moral objection. I just don't fucking want beer when I wake up, or at that time.
Oh, there's the thing. He didn't wake up.
No, I said or at that time. Like, yeah. I don't know.
15 hours, man. 15 hours on YouTube doesn't even store all it. The max for YouTube is 12 hours, just under 12 hours. After that, you can keep on streaming, but it doesn't save it.
That's absurd. No, thank you.
Yeah, fucking ridiculous.
How's the 2020 cuvee? Should I pick up a can?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I still have enough can. I don't know if we'll meet up in the next couple of fucking months, but I'll bring that. I won't drink it if you want it. It's good. If you can get it for like cheap, I would get it. But like, if you're paying what you said you're paying for fucking Hermit's Rush, I don't think it's just beer's not worth that to me. You know?
Yeah, I think most of the ones are like $10 to $15, depending on what it is.
I think I paid $18 or something like that, or $20 for the 4-pack.
Oh,
You know?
That's a good price.
Yeah.
When
This
is
is
Beer Tupapalooza this year? Have you guys talked about it yet?
Not that I know of.
Everyone's fighting about who's, or at least, at least from what I hear, everyone's fighting about who's hosting this year because nobody wants to host now. or maybe that's an exaggeration, but
Well, I can understand. Like Matt hosted it a few years, but I can understand that with him having. Mike is 4 now, I believe, right? I believe 4. I can understand that he might say, like, I don't want all the pressure of while I'm having a kid around and having all these guys drinking beers around my place. I can get that. But
I don't think it's the issue. I think it's just fun to get away. You know, but whoever is doing it, it's work. You know.
Yeah.
So how about I host Beer Tupapalooza 2025? You guys come over here.
Why don't you host in the United States and I'll go over there?
Why do I own property in the United States?
You might. Who knows?
yeah.
Well, I don't know. Apparently,
No, I mean, like,
apparently tax evading and then ruling the country seems to be an easy thing in America. So, who knows what I could pull off.
I don't think it's easy. I just think if you have enough money, you can pay people off. I think that's easy. I don't think it's easy, like, legitimately.
Yeah. I think more people would be doing it if it was easy generally. I would be doing it if it was easy generally.
They got live on YouTube. Dude, you just own up. Hey, if you guys are okay with it, I think I'm just going to end this up. And like I said, enjoy a little, like an hour of relaxing and then try and get some sleep. Maybe watch a show or something. 9-9 could be good.
Enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
I never really do, but I hope others do. It was nice talking to you guys because it's been like fucking ages.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love this dude. No, see you guys later. Have a great evening. Say hi to everybody, and I'll just click end stream if it's all the same to you guys.
Yeah, it's fine.
He said with a big yawn.
I'm gonna go to sleep too.
Yeah, you should, man. With a yawn like that. All right, that was it. Cheers, dudes.
Bye-bye.